Over the past 48 hours, social media has exploded with a rumor that has shocked fans. Dakota Johnson was accused by her ex-boyfriend, singer Chris Martin, of stealing a large sum of money while the two were breaking up. And before all eyes could turn, Dakota's current rumored boyfriend, Sam Heughan, suddenly spoke up to deny the entire information, making everything even more chaotic. The story is not simply about money, but about honor, about hurt, and also about complicated relationships behind the spotlight. It all started with an ambiguous status on the personal page of Chris Martin, the leader of Coldplay, in the early morning of Tuesday. Trust doesn't mean blind. Sometimes the person you love the most takes away more than you think. Immediately, this status was analyzed by netizens in hundreds of different ways. And just hours later, Celeb Flash published an exclusive article headline: Chris Martin suggests Dakota Johnson took a huge amount of money during breakup. The article quoted a source close to the matter as saying that Chris discovered a separate bank account where more than $350,000 in cash had been withdrawn, for unknown reasons. The source suggested that Dakota may have used her close relationship with Chris to gain access to the account, and used the money for personal gain. Although neither Chris nor Dakota confirmed the information, the controversy was already brewing. Some expressed disappointment with Dakota, saying that the Hollywood rebel has finally returned to scandal, while others defended the actress. No one has the right to jump to conclusions without clear evidence. Remember, Dakota has silently endured a lot of false rumors. The incident came to a head when a New York Buzz article reported that Dakota's current boyfriend, Sam Heughan, was shocked and skeptical after hearing the story from Chris Martin's representative. Rumors said that Sam moved out of the apartment with Dakota on Wednesday morning to avoid being implicated in the scandal. On Wednesday night, in a move that caught everyone's attention, Sam Heughan hosted a live broadcast on his personal Instagram, lasting nearly 15 minutes, with the only title, "About What You're Hearing, and the Truth I Have to Tell." Opening with his usual calm, Sam looked straight into the camera and said, "I've never done this before, but today, I can't be silent. The rumors about Dakota, about her stealing money from her ex-boyfriend, are baseless, false and malicious." He paused for a few seconds, clearly trying to control his emotions, then continued, "I know who Dakota is. I know she respects other people, even after the breakup. And I also know that if there are any financial issues between her and Chris, they are private, not for the public to judge." A large portion of fans have wondered how the relationship between Dakota Johnson and Sam Heughan began after her long relationship with Chris Martin. Although both have kept it under wraps, sources close to the Outlander production team have revealed that Dakota and Sam met at an arts fundraiser in London in April this year. At that time, Dakota and Chris temporarily separated to think things over, a quiet way to break up without making a public announcement. Sam didn't interfere in any relationship. He didn't sabotage anyone, and Dakota didn't step out of a relationship to find a new one. They came together when they were both on the mend, a friend of the couple shared. Less than 12 hours after Sam's statement, Dakota Johnson broke her silence for the first time. On her personal page, she posted a black and white photo of herself standing in the middle of a pine forest from behind, with the caption, "I don't take anything from anyone, except silence when necessary." Just one sentence, but like a punch to the baseless accusations. In the comments section, a series of colleagues and fans expressed their support. "We believe you, Dakota. Thank you for keeping your dignity in the storm. Freedom begins when you don't have to prove anything anymore." Up to now, Chris Martin's side has not made any official statement. However, many reputable newspapers said that the singer's representative lawyer denied bringing any criminal charges to Dakota Johnson. In other words, all information is just speculation, pushed up from an ambiguous status line. A media expert commented on Entertainment Weekly, "We live in an age where a tweet can burn down a person's reputation, without any evidence. And that's incredibly dangerous. Sam Heughan closed the livestream with a heartfelt message. I don't need you to believe Dakota. I just want to say to the people who love her, remember that the truth is always quieter than the rumors. And sometimes protecting the people you love isn't about being loud, it's about standing by them when the rest of the world turns its back on them. And that's perhaps the most powerful message of all. In a world filled with scandal, fame, and gossip, Sam Heughan, a man who is usually quiet, chose to stand up for his woman with honesty and courage. Do you want me to continue? For example, Chris Martin's media conspiracy exposed? Insider reveals behind the scenes, emotional games.